Yeah.
Cool. I looked up the Coppola family tree to prep to talk to you because I know you like them so much.
I do.
And it was a big tree.
It's a big tree. I mean,
then you go into
Italians.
Nicolas Cage and you're like, what is happening? You're involved.
Yeah.
Then you remember Princess Diaries, the guy playing the piano, eating the M&Ms.
Robert Schwartzman, right? No, Jason.
Something.
Right, no, because
Jason's brother.
Jason Schwartzman is the famous one. Robert Schwartzman is the one that put the M&Ms on the pizza.
And he's so cute.
He's cute, but
I remember being like, he's so cute. He's so cute.
Yeah, he's,
what?
Can I say that on air?
Oh, he's a fuck boy. Sure.
Yeah, he's a fuck boy.
You're kind of an expert in those.
I am.
Do you think that you're really a Capricorn? Do you buy into it?
So I absolutely am a Capricorn because I've been watching all these YouTube videos lately. And I actually, shout out to Soulful Revolution. I've been watching my Love Tarot every month. But the problem is the story always changes. And I've started to question things. I'm like, okay, so the thing is, I'm a Capricorn, and you're telling me that like all of this love is coming to my life. But I look at my other friends who are Capricorns, and like,
love manifests in many ways.
In many ways. And so then you're like, well, it's not the same if you have like Aquarius rising or if you're Sagittarius rising.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, well, then I shouldn't waste my time on this video. But I love it because it's like this Midwestern woman and she's like, oh, Capricorn. And she does a tarot reading. And she'll be like, oh, no, I'm getting Knight of Wands. Oh, no. Oh, Capricorn, what have you been up to? And you feel like she's speaking directly to you. But then you look and there's 20,000 views. And you're like, okay, we can't all be having the same experience.
Well, how often is she doing that? A tarot every week, every month?
So she's a hustler. So this is what she does. She does your reading, which is like 5 minutes. And then she's like, head over to my Vimeo for the extended reading. And that's when you have to pay $10. And I did it once.
Of course you did.
Because,
will you buy into anything? If it's related to astrology?
I was in a bit of a mood that week. And I had a tough week. And I was like, you know, I just want to get home and watch the extended reading.
I like that.
And I did it.
Sometimes you got to do things like that.
Hell yeah.
And you went to a good palm reader, psych? What was it?
I did. Shout out NYC Tarot. Veronica Yelp. Incredible woman. Mm-hmm. I actually need to make a follow-up. She predicted some things for me that I did not see coming for myself.
What did she predict?
She predicted that I would become a copywriter.
That's cool.
Right? And like months before it happened. Like this was August and then this happened in February. So incredible. I think everyone, it was like a 3-hour tarot reading. And I would recommend it to anyone because she is a wonderful tarot reader, but even if she was not, just having anyone talk to you for 3 hours about your life, you're bound to have results come out of that, you know? So.
Do you think it's better or worse than therapy?
I think it's better than therapy. I think it's more concentrated. I think therapy, you know, I'm very much in the school of thought where I'm like, sometimes, why open up old wounds? They healed, you know, like, and I know that like that's maybe not great because I'm not trained, so we're qualified, but it just kind of feels like that, right? Like sometimes it's kind of like let sleeping dogs lie. My problem, I can let sleeping dogs lie, but I always throw the baby out with the bathwater.
Well, that's so Southern of you.
Always, I'm like, let's just throw the baby out with the bathwater, like, because this isn't working out, like, you know.
That's good. I'll beat a horse until what is it?
I'll beat a dead horse.
Beat a dead horse.
I love beating a dead horse. I get out there with my broom, beat it for hours, just watching it, you know?
My dad says something really gross. He says, lick a dog's bottom until it bleeds.
Whoa.
I'm sorry.
Not unless I'm getting paid, okay?
I don't know like what he's saying to, what that means to him, but it means nothing good to me.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
I'm worried about this mic.
Do you think that oh God, do you think I've been shuffling around too much?
I know I've been shuffling. I'm sure I fucked up the whole thing.
Oh no, I feel like we were really on a roll.
Well, maybe it's fine.
Oh no, I think it's probably like been squishy the whole time. God.
No, it's not. That's why we need a camera person. All right, this is a shout out. Hi, if you are a member, a producer of Manhattan Neighborhood Networks, I would love some help with the sound department. Today we had someone sign up on Crew Connect and they didn't show up. And that happens about every other time. And I get it, we're all busy, but put your email in there so when I try to contact you answer.
www.oldnavy.com. Check it out. Sign up for a gift card.
Do you want to speak a little French? How's your French? You're fluent, right?
Je peux parler le français, oui.
We should do the whole thing
Je
in
parle
French.
avec les garçons sur Tinder, parfois. Et, mais moi, j'ai perdu mon français, excusez-moi. I just had to give a quick shout out to Seth Meyers because
He's cute. He's sweet.
he actually brings writers on his show and interviews them, which I think is so incredible.
Really?
Yeah.
Like what kind of
He is
writers?
the intellectual. He invited the author of, oh God.
He did have the guy from The Daily, that podcast.
Oh,
Which I
yeah.
think is
But
interesting to have a
that's
podcast
intellectual.
person.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, good for
Logan's
you.
in love with him. The other day, I'm just going to expose him on public access. Logan
O'Reilly. Logan Patrick O'Reilly.
His social security number is...
What's his Instagram?
253. Logan O'Reilly, I believe.
And it's
Logan
O-R-I-L-E-Y.
Check him out.
He sings. Google him on YouTube or whatever.
Google him up.
He's like, done musical theater.
Yeah.
A lot of that.
Yes.
Okay,
Love it.
expose him.
He was talking about... I think he likes... I think there was something where he was like listening to The Daily as he went to sleep or something, and I was like, that's your idea of
Michael
pillow talk.
Barbaro?
Yeah. Like
Hello.
someone being like,
Hi,
we've got more news out of Russia today. It's actually quite shocking. And I was
Hi,
like...
it's the New York Times, and I'm Michael Barbaro. This is The Daily. Yeah. And it's like this orchestra.
Totally.
I had to listen to 2 episodes this morning. I like it, but I also am like, what? Wait, anyway, he brings on authors. I like that.
Yeah, the author of A Little Life.
50
A
Shades
Little
of Grey.
Life. Yeah. Yep. And...
What's A Little Life? Oh, I have that book.
Yeah.
I started and I didn't finish it because it was so big.
That's
But I think
kind of
I'm
like
gonna
as a
pick it up
writer, I
again.
think the worst thing that could happen is someone like starts your book and they can
You know,
put it
I've
down.
seen a couple of people with a tote bag with all the characters on it because I was like, it said like Julian, da 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 da. And I was like, why do I know all those names? And I was like, it's that book. It
On
was good.
Queer
I need
Eye,
to finish
the
it.
chef wears that shirt.
Oh, Anthony.
Who actually can't cook.
Did you see the guacamole? He put like crema in it or something.
But you know what?
Orange
He's so
juice.
gorgeous. It's like
He
just
is
bring me
really
whatever
very
you're
cute.
cooking up in the kitchen.
He's a cute guy.
He's the that's
a sweet
the bubble. Boil a hot dog, put some ketchup on it, cut it up.
I
I'm
wonder
done.
if they let him pick. I bet they don't. But you know what? I'll tell you. The guy decorating the place is
You know what? I have thoughts on all of them. I think the one decorating the place is actually the one that's working the hardest.
really.
Yeah, everyone else is fooling around.
I don't think any of them are doing any of the jobs they're supposed to do. I think they're all
Yeah.
like working on their careers and their self-promotion. I do not think that like the little, I don't know any of their names. I don't think any of them are actually doing it.
There's Taj and there's Anthony.
Like when the guy with the skincare is like, all right, you need this, this, and
I'm
this.
sorry, Tan is his name.
Yes, Tan. He's not picking that out. They're like, oh, we've been sponsored by Jergens. We need this Retin-A because someone else is doing that.
There's some shady stuff going on. It's actually very frustrating for me because people are like, oh my gosh, have you seen the new Queer Eye? It's so heartwarming. And I'm like, no, this is what propaganda looks like. Because we're actually a country divided right now, and we need to think, but people believe that you see something heartwarming on TV, and that's the reality. It's like, no. No. That's how we got into this mess in the first place, because people are acting nice on TV and not being
truthful.
real. I mean, it's like, I'm sorry, I'm from Georgia. I know there was those dark households they went into. And also, I'm so all about original Queer Eye for the Straight Guy, and can I tell you why? And it's not because it was for just straight guys, so I'm like, open it up to everyone, that's cool. But it was because it was in Manhattan. So even the saddest cases still had hope. But these dudes in Georgia, it's like...
I never watched the first one. Is it on Netflix?
Incredible. It was the age of innocence. They literally have flip phones. And it was fun. And they made so many episodes. And those guys were cute. So, I don't know. That's just kind of my thought on that.
She likes it. The old one. Wait, so
The old
Logan
one,
O'Reilly,
Carson Presley.
The exposure was that he likes The Daily.
Yes.
The guy on The Daily.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Good.
I might. Hey, I won't get in trouble. He'd be like, oh, maybe he'll watch it. You know? He's married, but it's cool. Yeah.
Is he straight?
No, God, no.
He's not?
No, he has a husband.
Wait, what? Michael Barbaro?
He's Queer Straight Alliance girl, but just like the queer
He's
part.
cute.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Nice. I love it.
I know,
didn't
right?
know that.
So exciting.
Wow, that makes me like this.
I know,
Makes me
right?
like it a little more.
Gay history in the making.
I've been listening to so many bad podcasts lately.
Ooh, I don't listen to podcasts. I'm like, people are talking at me all day long. I don't want to be.
You've moved up. When you're an admin, you're not talked to. So you got to have someone talking in your ear all day.
The switch is when you're an admin, you're talking to everybody. Because you're like, hey, you know, like, oh my God, does anyone
did
want to
you
see
have
these
a corn
donuts?
muffin this morning?
Exactly. I had a corn muffin. So, yeah, there's that. So, but now it's the opposite, but yeah. You know how it goes.
Do you think Seth Meyers is leaving? Is that what you're saying?
No, I don't think he's leaving. I think he's going to hold it down. Like, he's the closest thing we have to Charlie Rose right now.
Yeah, I like him. He's the only one I like.
I know.
I don't even
He's
know
a
what the
true
other ones are.
intellectual. Jimmy Fallon, drunkard. Sorry. We saw him on the street once.
Yeah,
Jimmy
we
Fallon's
did.
a drunkard. Stephen Colbert, he doesn't even work anymore, right? He's over.
I don't know.
And then who's that other one? Kimmel? Hell no. Hell no.
He had some really good things about gun violence.
Okay.
And children's. There's like he's like championing this cause for like children with defunct hearts. It's nice. But why do you not like him?
I feel like, and this is tough because they are very much, like, now I'm in the TV business, so these are my colleagues. But I just, like, I so respect that using your platform. Like, absolutely, you go. But the whole late night concept in general, I just have such problems with.
Well, they shoot it at 5. Doesn't that make you like it a little better? I think late night TV is weird. I don't get it. I don't know.
Celebrities are not interesting.
I don't like the monologues. I don't like the little gimmicks they do.
Yeah.
I don't like late night TV.
Yeah.
I like the Americans. I like a drama. I like a dramedy. I like I don't know. Public access.
We like shows with dead people in them. So, like, for instance, we like anything like from like a Fellini is great because everybody's dead in that.
Do you like what's your favorite Fellini? 8.5?
Oh my God! Thank you for asking.
Yeah.
Actually, this is kind of controversial. My
She
favorite
just lit
Fellini.
up.
My favorite Fellini is this thus far because I'm not seeing them all. But so far, it's actually City of Women.
Oh.
I think it's super interesting, and I think it's totally misunderstood.
Why?
Because people look at it and they're like, oh, this is like his misogynistic manifesto. Because basically, what happens is his main character, who's the same one from 8.5, you know,
Guido.
Yeah, Guido. He shows up in this kind of town that women are taking over, and they're all like kind of militant lesbian vibes. Or, you know, like the whole idea is they are not desiring him. They just like want to destroy him. And, you know, critics like Roger Ebert was like, you know, he's like this misogynist and he's just, this is all about him not understanding women, da da da. But I'm actually like, no, I watch it, I'm like, this is a celebration of women. And I think it's a beautiful film.
You should write a counter review.
You know, Roger Ebert.
Excuse me, Mr. Ebert. You probably watch Public Access. How old is he?
God rest his soul. He's gone.
He's dead.
But,
oh no.
I know his send off was see you at the movies.
Wow. When did he die?
2000, about 2012, 2013. Might have been even 14. Everything's blurring together.
Is your
for me.
main source Wikipedia
No.
for life? Do you JSTOR?
I'm pretty much like I get most of my information from documentaries.
Oh.
Because I watched the Roger Ebert documentary, which was okay.
All right, I'm going to ask you a question, and I hope you get the right answer. What is the most frustrating to watch documentary of the past 3 years?
Searching for Deborah Winger.
Okay, that was 5 years, but that's a
the last how
great
many
one.
years?
3.
3. Oh, the last 3 years. Oh, then the film that Francesco, whatever, the Vogue Italia editor's son made about her was such a bad documentary.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, it was a shame because she was such an amazing woman, but he just is not a good documentarian, but he is a beautiful boy. And he's lucky that his mother was so successful and talented, and he's able to ride those coat waves.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what about that terrible story about Kitty Genovese? That tore me apart in half, in fours. I was so just just so grossed out by the fact that her brother has her death reenacted by an actress. I'm positive this was all done non-union.
Yeah.
She probably got $98. Excuse me, I think it's $89 for 12 hours.
Yeah.
Screamed. He's in a wheelchair down the block listening to relive Kitty Genovese's death.
There was something vaguely sexual about it that was uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Because there was this.
Because she's like,
this space.
And he like auditioned women or something?
Yeah.
I found it
it's
to be weird.
the relationships between boys and older sisters are so complicated, you know, because it's like, you know, their family, but at the same time there's this like sexual longing, because that's like maybe the only woman.
Do you think
you're
Freud
that
has a
close
thing
to.
on that versus the parents?
You know what? He had a lot of blind spots, so I wouldn't be
He's
surprised.
not.
if he
I
didn't.
don't love him. I like, you know, if I'm
Yeah.
picking a,
We like a Carl Jung on a Saturday.
we like a Jung better.
Yeah, we like a Jung. Yeah.
Jung. Carl Jung.
I say Jung, but you know.
I say Jung too.
Yeah, if you say Jung,
Jung.
I'm like, you don't read him. You're just trying to like
don't
put on the affect.
You don't read him.
You didn't read him. If
You know,
you're
it's
saying
all about
Jung.
Michel Foucault, but that's a different
Michel
thing because
Foucault.
it's not psychology.
Absolutely. All penetration is rape, frankly.
I can't wait to dive. I just bought the volume 3 of A History of Sexuality by Michel Foucault.
Yep. We
He's
lived to the first
so
two
cool.
volumes, so we don't
We
have
don't
to
need to
read
buy
those.
them, thank you.
We're skipping ahead.
He had so many books. I was at Strand.
Oh,
He's
God,
written
yeah.
a lot.
I love a prolific writer.
I do too.
Quit your job, take a lean year. That's my advice to everybody.
What kind of job do you have to quit? Do you like work in
have to
finance
have-
for 1 year? Would you? All right,
You
I've
work
got a
in finance
question.
for-
Would you work in finance,
Yep.
like one of those 8 to maybe 2 in the morning jobs?
Yeah, like Will.
Maybe working Sundays.
Yeah.
For 2 years. Let's say you make $260K.
And I have the skills. Somehow I downloaded them in my brain, so I'm
You have to go to school first.
no.
All right, let's say you downloaded the skills.
If I downloaded the skills, sure.
You'd power through 2 years.
I could do one. Maybe 2 if I had like a boyfriend or something. Who was like supportive.
I mean, what would you do after that? Just like rent a villa?
Take
and
a lean year. I'm like,
What-
I'm
what's
all
your
about
lean
lean
year?
years.
What's happening there?
I really think so many people should take a lean year. So basically what happens is, like, you know, when you're working and it's like, you know, you like faire la fête all the time. It's like there's drinks, there's cars everywhere, there's like trips to Europe
Faire
if
la
you want,
fête.
like, you know, like whatever. There's like weird packages that show up because you ordered clothes online at like 2 in the morning. And it's fun. It's like a little Marie Antoinette lifestyle. But it's like ultimately so deadening, you know,
Yeah.
like you just feel like, what was the point? Like at Ramona's the other day, I was like slurping down those $14 painkillers, and I'm like, the irony is it's called a painkiller, and I am been more in pain with each one I ingest.
They're
because,
expensive, yeah.
Yeah, because I'm just like a little girl from the sticks, and I'm like, what? How did I become so inflated, you know, that I'm like, this is normal?
Well, I'll tell you, I
a
went to
frozen
Ramona
drink.
too, and I ordered a frozen drink, but I got the frozen Moscow Mule.
Okay. Maybe that's
So we
like
had 2 of
12.
those, and then ordered nuts. But we sat down. We said,
Yeah.
like, "Can we get a seat?" And the woman goes, "The usual." We said, "Yes," and some nuts. And then I noticed we were getting too drunk, and I
Yeah.
said, "And the check." And it was like, bam, bam, bam. The drink, the nuts, the check, all in one like
Oh, God.
thing. And the lady's
That's
like, "What?"
stressful.
She drops the check and the nuts, and then we like eat them and leave. Because we had drank too much.
Yeah.
But it's also like, you have to like know somebody there because those drinks are expensive.
They're expensive.
Every bar, I find that like, oh, the snow day, I think I spent $250. Because I like
mean, it
posted
happens.
up at 2 fancy bars because I was like,
I
I'm
know,
living
and then
it
you're
up.
in the red because you're
I'm
like,
fair
okay,
la
I
fête.
could have broken even if I had stopped at 150.
And then I'm in
but
the
then I
red.
kept going.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough. I think that it's interesting too because when you start drinking, you're like, oh, I don't care. I'm in this moment so hard. I will literally drop everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
because
You can't really back away and see yourself.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's fine.
I hope we get some of this audio coming through.
I wish the flute player was here.
Oh my goodness.
I really, okay, so this woman is playing a flute. She's probably 109. The woman next to her is probably 68. And she's like,
Oh my god.
matching every flute note.
Wow, what a talent.
They did it for 2 hours while we did Dooley.
I wish I
the
could
play.
just like fall asleep to that beautiful music.
I'm sure Logan has it on Spotify.
Yeah, probably.
I think Sam Beasley, do you live in Manhattan? You'd be a
does. He
great
lives
guest
in
on the show.
Harlem. Yep.
He's so theatrical.
Hamilton Heights.
Hamilton Heights.
I can probably get him in here. He made me cry on Sunday
Why?
because we were talking about the lean year, and he was like, Claire, you sound like you need to go, like, explore your
Are you going to cry now?
creativity. No, I'm not going to cry.
You can. It's public access. People would love it. We get higher ratings.
I wish I could cry. Have you ever woken up crying? That happened to me the other day.
Scream crying?
No,
Like
not
from a
scream
dream?
crying. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
so scary.
I'm sorry.
Right?
That's an awful feeling.
It means you're very stressed out if that happens.
Do you find that, what do you do when you're stressed out? Do you exercise? Do you
I don't even
meditate?
realize when I'm stressed out. I think I shut down.
So you want to take a year off?
I would like to take a year off in the future, yeah.
Okay, so what are you gonna? You wouldn't do it now. You want to wait a little while
A little while.
to when you can like feel like you're.
Yeah, you get it.
Yeah.
Oh, that probably picked up in the mic.
Yeah. No.
Fuck it.
End of summer. Hi, does anyone work at? No, I'm just kidding.
No one's gonna watch it. Yeah. It's fine.
I think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
I do think it's like a weird thing when you have to decide if you're gonna like, I think you can have a job and pursue your arts. Sure.
I actually don't.
But I think there is some point where you can't.
You can't.
I don't know what the line is,
You
and I
can't.
think about it all the time.
You can't. I know Toni Morrison did it. God bless that woman. She's a talent.
I found her
of
book on
talents.
the ground when I was like working at the donut shop, and then I started temping. What do you think about that, Claire?
It's
Please say you hear that high note from the studio next door.
that was a direct follow-up to what we were just talking about.
They're only singing Christmas songs. It's April 16th.
This is for a later broadcast.
Oh,
in
yeah, they're
December,
just pre-taping.
when we're both going to be deceased after a summer in New York. Yeah, no, but I don't think you can actually pursue your art and work full-time.
So what do you suggest? What do you think is it best to do?
I think that you need to go dead inside for 6 months and save up all your money and then take a lean year and make your art. I really do.
What about, do you think about like working half-time? Or that's like, you've got to be like completely devoted?
The thing about
that's
working
ideal.
half-time is I just feel like with the whole tax situation, how it is, like if you're part-time, you get taxed so highly.
Yeah.
And you don't even get health insurance, so it's like, you know.
Yeah.
I don't even go to the doctor, though. That's what kills me. I pay so much for all this stuff. And people are like, oh, well, you're going to want it if you ever get hit by a bus or you get like a disease.
Oh, you always should get lower than what people tell you. I always do the lowest.
But
because
even
you're
the
like,
lowest is expensive.
yeah,
The
I guess it
system's
just
so
depends
broken.
on.
I'm
yeah,
so a
it's really
conspiracy
bad.
theorist. I'm like, this is how they keep us working, slave to the system.
That's why they have fellowships that give you such a shitty stipend, but it's
Yeah.
like enough to get by, but it's like you don't have to work because
Yeah.
we're going to pay for your housing and give you $20 a day or
and give
whatever
you
it
health
is.
insurance, yeah.
Have you thought about applying to those?
Well, see, it's a catch-22 because you need work to apply. I've applied for a couple of fellowships this year, but like just things that are like, I don't know. I haven't heard back yet, so
Yeah.
we'll see.
Yeah.
What happens.
Wait, what do you mean you have to have work? Like you've had to
You
have written a book or something?
Sometimes you had to like, you know, at least have like some short stories published. But you know, it's tough because I don't like writing short stories, and I've
Short
tried to
stories
make
are-
myself. I don't.
Who reads
It
them?
feels insincere to me. I'm like, I don't read short stories, so
Yeah.
I read novels, you
Yeah.
know. So it's a little bit of a catch-22 there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you feel the same way about short films?
Short films are so tricky because I feel like you can become a novelist without publishing short stories, but it's so
not a
hard to become a
filmmaker.
filmmaker if you don't make short films.
I agree. Yeah. It is weird.
Which is a shame, but that's why I think public broadcast is so great because I was like, you can like actually film a movie, and
Yeah, we did a play in this room.
I love
Filmed
that.
it. Yeah.
That's wonderful.
You can do anything you want here, Claire.
I feel that, and I kind of feel like it's a little post-apocalyptic because it's just you and I here in the studio.
Yeah, it's like
literally,
everyone's
there's no-
dead.
I would like to
Christmas
create the
music's
illusion.
playing outside because it's like that's the only joy we have. So that's what we're
know.
playing.
It's kind of great, and there's like the red glow in here, and like you would think there's a whole crew behind here, but it's really just us and the machines.
Oh yeah, no one's in the camera room. It's just
Yeah.
we pressed a button. And
So
left.
it's so weird. I feel like something happened. I mean, I
Well-
can't even like what? How long have we even been talking for?
I mean, on that note, we need to shut it down.
Oh,
Because I'm going to
no.
have to cut out, I don't know, a little bit, but it was
what are
fun.
we
I'm
gonna
sure
have
we
to cut out?
muffled.
The shit talking about Jimmy Kimmel.
No, we'll keep that in.
Okay.
We'll keep whatever in.
Okay. Cool.
I'll consult you. I'm going to probably edit it. I don't want to edit it to, I don't want to like get, I'm going to stop here. Please watch Hey Nothing, Tuesdays at 10 p.m. This is Claire Wyatt. Thank you so much.
Thank you, New York.
Okay.
Good night, New York. You're looking mighty fine. I'll be back.